right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
With the Hebrew Israelites, GMS Baton Rouge, along with the GMS Lafayette camp, out here another weekend prophesying onto the four corners of the earth. All right, but before we go any further, we're going to turn the face to the east and give infinite honors and praise to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ha'akabah.
Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and the elders who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Aki, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last 6 of the time. All right, shalom.
Shalom.
Mighty shalom, man. All right, we're here in this wicked, perverse state, all right, known as Louisiana, where we see the temperature is scorching, but not only the temperature, but the prophecies and the oracles of Yahweh Shem Yahushai are on fire, man. All right, one of you brothers get that one that says, all right, the Lord, what would it if there had already been kindled, man? The Lord come to set fire upon the planet Earth, and a part of that fire is these prophecies. But not only speak about the mouths of these prophets across the four corners, but the men of old. Jeremiah 28:8. When you brothers can grab that truth, go with the first chapter, Jeremiah.
All right. Jeremiah 1:9. The Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And the Lord said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth.
Right, so the Lord ultimately put the words in the mouth of the apostles on down to the least of us to prophesy those 3 lyrics found in Revelation, the 14th chapter. Fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. The Most High is going to destroy Babylon. And don't take the charagma, man. All right? And that part of that song is ultimately going to get us out of spiritual Egypt, because that's the same song of our forefathers in Exodus, the 15th chapter, man. The Lord is the man of war, all right? Pharaoh's horsemen and their riders had he thrown into the sea, but it's going to be a different type of sea this time, man. All right? But it's brought to you ultimately by the prophecies of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So what did Jeremiah say? Go ahead, brother. Keep going.
See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms.
So the Lord said he set us over the nations. All right? Starting when Esau Edom. It's going to return to that in these latter days. Or now we're going to be returned to ruling over these other nations before? Salakia? As the sons of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, they're going to go from a ruling class onto slavery, man. And as you see behind us, you got the 19th JDC, one of the most notorious, all right, I would say buildings, all right, in this state, man. And people wonder why this state is being plagued with so much hell, man. The Lord has a special hell for Louisiana, but it's ultimately within the Lord's prophecy, man. We're going to get that word too. You still have that word too, all right? Keep going on that out, and there'll be more, and that's it.
And to pull down, and to destroy.
And to what?
And to pull down.
And to what?
Pull down.
And to pull down. So America's being pulled down, but it's not by any magazine just flipping through like, man, dang, this said America's going to be destroyed. This is talking about our heritage. This involves us. We're joint heirs in this thing, man. So we got to get right according to these prophecies. These prophecies said in these times the Lord's men will be doing what? Getting better, not worse. Getting prepared for those celestial bodies. Go ahead, up.
Setting the house in order, increasing, okay? Getting more crisp, sharper in the ministry, being more obedient, okay? Being more observant of the times that we're in. You see the things that's going on in the earth right now, all right? You saw them not playing, okay? Ultimately, the Lord not playing, all right? So what should we be doing, okay? Watching, praying, okay? Uplifting one another, okay?
Hold that what you got out. Go with that Luke.
Watching over your souls. All right? Yeah, go ahead.
Go with that Luke.
It's Luke 12:49. I am come to send fire on the earth.
Right. So is that real letters?
Fine.
Right. So it's Yahushua speaking. Yahushua says he's going to come to send fire. So we're going to need Yahushua to live up to his name based upon the things that's going to be going on prior to his return. You got to see that Yahushua is going to come back to a nation that needs deliverance. That's calling out for his name, man. That's begging him, seeing the things that's going on, man, and crying out, living in this corruptible body that we're in right now, man, this flesh that we're in, man. Asking the Lord for something greater, to have us rule over these other nations, right? But there's a season for that, and it's according ultimately to prophecy. That's what I want to get out. Go ahead, brother.
And what will I, if it be already kindled?
What would the Lord say if this place come back and it's just peace and quiet? No, man. The Lord's going to set the scene for a nation that needs deliverance. we're going to be in a state to where the Lord lives up to that name Yahushua. Yahushua means what? He deliverer. So the Lord's going to live up to that, man. But before you see the Lord live up to his name, you're going to see that woman say, ooh. Next thing you know, that water breaks. Next thing you know, that man-child is brought into the world, and then you forget about all those pains, man. That's likened on to us, so our work is going to be accounted for, man. Just want to throw that in there. Go ahead, brother.
It's Jeremiah 5:14. Wherefore, thus saith the Lord, power of hosts.
And the Lord of hosts means what?
Lord of armies.
The Lord of the heavens armies.
Right, bro.
All right. The Lord is a man of war, man. He's coming back to ultimately take down these other nations, but he's declaring war with us. The Lord is setting us up and declaring war. Wherever we may be scattered, man, the Lord's people, looking like other nations. That's the mystery of the Gentiles, man. The Lord's people will come back in these times looking like other nations. That shows you that Esau doesn't have control like he think he does, man. You can't control for a Moab, a so-called looking like a Moabite, right? A so-called Chinese person to wake up and start calling upon Yahweh Shemi Yahushua, man. That's the will of the Lord. So we know ultimately, we know the power that we serve. He's above all those things, the Lord of hosts. Go ahead, Ak.
It's like, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire. And this people
One more time.
That's right, Jeremiah 5:14. Wherefore, thus saith the Lord, power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire.
And that's the testimony of the Lord. The testimony of the Lord is setting this place on fire. This place is ablaze, not only in climate-wise, but prophetically. This place is on fire right now. If you're in your right mind and keeping up with the times, you know that this place ultimately is having those great birth pains, man. That woman in travail with child. You get all those sirens, they blazing, and that woman, she's in the emergency room getting rushed in, right? And you see the Lord is setting the scene for this place to be ultimately destroyed, man. You have to believe that. Look at the different walks of life that the Lord has brought us out of, man. To call upon this testimony. You got brothers that say, man, damn, brother, before I came into the truth, it was real rough out there, brother. Went into a lot of problems, a lot of life slapped me in the face. A lot of what they call that near-death experiences, man. When you come into this truth, you're like, man, I see the grace of the Lord, why he brought me into this. This is for the betterment of your soul. Go ahead, brother.
It says, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them. All right? So the Lord let you know, look, through the words and the prophets that happen upon earth, it's going to consume you. It's going to piss you off. It's the beginning with Esau Edom. Ultimately results to things happening in the earth. Okay? A lot of death. See what happened over there in Hawaii. Okay? Like Apostle Hart said, that's little Hawaii, little Maui. Over here in America, it's big Maui. Why? Because the great ultimate nuclear fire is coming over here. Right? When you look over there from a bird's eye view, you see Maui over there. You say, God damn, man, the Lord just burnt that place to a crisp. Imagine all of America looking like that. And it will happen. Thus said the Holy Bible. All right? That brother's got precepts. Go ahead,
Go ahead. Whoever was next, go ahead, brother.
This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
Right, the plagues draw nigh, meaning what? They're swift, one after another. When they say peace and safety, then some sudden destruction come upon them. So we're seeing those things happen speedily, but at the same time, you got the Lord's men that are they're keeping up with these prophecies. They're keeping up with the sayings of old. They're at the door waiting for Yahushua to open up onto them, man. Like it tells you in Matthew the 25th chapter, those 5 virgins that were wise, those 5 that were foolish. And even if some don't believe, shall that stop these plagues from drawing nigh and being not slack? No, man. Because the will and the prophecy get that word to us, it has to be fulfilled, man. Go ahead, brother.
As when a woman with child within the 9 months bringing forth her son.
And what's that like the 3rd trimester? They go into like different trimesters. It's like the peak of that experience, that pain that woman goes through, man. in that ninth month when she's about to deliver. And the scriptures tell you that when a woman delivers, there's no more thought of that pain. Like, man, when we get the kingdom, we're going to know that all we worked for, it was worth it, man. And the Lord accounted us for it. Go ahead, I.
Within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb.
That's right. And she's in that delivery room, and she's like, man, why did I get up to this point? Help me. Why did I get pregnant in the first place? It's that bad, man. And behold, it is the time of Jacob's trouble. That's the time that we're in. That woman is in travail, that woman being Israel, man. But the scriptures tell you we have an exception. Like Esau has that fine print. The Lord put it in the fine print there that he shall be saved out of it, man. So we know we have a remnant left that's here walking in the flesh according to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's truly and authentically from that lineage. Do we have a directory that we can go through, all right, and say, okay, this brother is from the tribe of Levi, this brother is from the tribe of Judah? No, man. But we do about faith in Yahweh Shai, man. That's how we're brought back into this lineage. That's how we understand prophecy and know that, hey, we're not in a time to just be accepting anything, accepting anybody, accepting any type of answer. You got to be in a state of mind to where, man, this thing can go any minute. I got my family lineage on the line. I want to be joint heirs with Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. It's bigger than me. Go ahead, brother.
If I can add, the fact that you said the pain is likened it to a woman, the birth pain. Like the plagues, when they come, they be so bad. They like it to a woman. See them plagues, how a woman feels whenever she's in them birth pains. It hurts so bad that she's willing to take the chance of being paralyzed by an epidural.
She'd even die to get
right.
To deliver that baby.
She'll take the chances of being numb, paralyzed from the waist down, in order to get out of that kind of pain.
Yep.
But I'm gonna finish reading. It
Hey,
says,
look, and if I can add on what you said, and after she had that baby, and they be like, would you do it again? Would you take it all back? Like, she'll do it again, you know? Basically showing how much joy that came out
seeing it
from
come
that
to fruition. Seeing it come to fruition, brother. Seeing that child being born. Meaning what? Seeing Yahweh Shai come back in his glory. And not only just seeing it, but being a partaker. But that means to suffer right now. You got to suffer right now, man. It's the time to suffer.
You got to suffer to be a joint heirs with it. All right? The Bible says what? The servant not above his master. You got to go through pure hell to reign with Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. All right? What we're going through right now is only the beginning. It's going to get much, much worse out here. Okay? But it gets much better all the balance of it at the same time. All right? You got to
it was the end of it.
All right.
It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and the sorrow shall come upon it on every side.
It's Isaiah 19:14. Yahweh have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. It's talking about here in America. And that perverse spirit is ungodliness, perversion, wickedness, confusion.
Yes.
All right? And most of all, oppression. All right? That MO to the T to the B, that digital imprint is all about oppressing the people of this nation. Okay? And they have caused Egypt to err in every work. All right? The infrastructure's falling, these bridges are collapsing. All right? The banking system is collapsing. The morale of the people is low. It's a kingdom divided. All right? It's the Lord tearing this kingdom down strategically, brick by brick.
Do it from the inside out, huh?
Yes, it's beautiful. All right, to see the fall of your enemy, be it if it's fast or slow. All right, but that great and terrible day is upon us. I mean, we're at the end. We're at the end of an era, an eon, an age. Okay? There, as a drunken man staggered in his vomit. All right? And what does when a drunken man staggered in his vomit? He's out of his fucking mind. All right? That's what's about to happen to every American. They're not going to know if they're going or coming. All right? People call America one of the most civilized places on the earth. This bitch about to be a third world country overnight. You're going to have Americans spoiling Americans. People turning into cannibals. People spoiling each other for bottled water.
Yes.
Vienna sausages. Roman noodles. That would be something to get you killed. Crawfish.
Hot pockets.
Yes. All right? It's going to get bad enough. Bird shit. Turtle
Yes.
Dung. All right? All
Get
these people, bro.
First Kings, get that one.
Yeah, 1625. Okay?
And when the brother said bird shit, when you're have never tasted real hunger pains, never been around a real famine, you would eat anything. It happened in ancient time past. All right? It's going to happen again. And that's that mingled spirit the Lord has mingled, that perverse spirit the Lord has mingled here in America, man. And for the prophets, it's good news.
That's right.
All right? The scriptures say, how beautiful are the feet of him that come forth and bring good tidings.
Right.
When you hear the fall of your enemy and the people that had you in captivity for 200, 400 years are falling and losing their power, that's supposed to be good news to you. All right? And so when we hear Uncle Sambo come up talking about that rainbow doctrine, love everybody, you got to go to. You got it, Aki. You got to drink the same cup the so-called white man had to drink.
That's right. Whoever had the next one, go ahead with your precept.
I got one. This Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21. It says, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be.
No, nor ever shall be. And that is the time of Jacob's trouble, man. We're never going to see another time like this. Nor was there ever another time like this, man. This time is going to blow the flood out, the water, pertaining to the scriptures, all right? Where 8 souls were saved. The scriptures tell you the righteous shall scarcely make it, so where should the ungodly and the sinner appear? They're not going to appear. That lake of fire is going to devour them, man. So that means we got to be ultimately spiritually on pins and needles. We got to enter into that eye of the camel, man, in these times, man. We got to dig deep. These Edomites are going to dig deep, man, and give it all they got to fight against our creator, man. Total disrespect. So if we're not digging deep at these last sections of time, what they say, fourth and inches, man. Fourth and inches, man.
Fourth and inches at the goal line.
Hey, I'm gonna say this, like what you just seen over there with, over there in Maui, keep bringing this back up. What they calling the Duke direct energy weapon. That's only a taste, a sample of what the fuck this man's got. All right, we're definitely gonna need spiritual power to fight some shit like that, man. How the average nigga gonna go up against something like that? All right, I'll go out there. Jake, I got that rod on me. I got AK-47. I got the Glock. I got the Glizzy. How you gonna fight something that's in the heaven, that's above you, that's looking down upon you? They can destroy you, your whole family, a whole neighborhood, a whole city. This fucking man and wiped out a whole fucking land.
You know they can't handle the weaponry that's coming from the heavens when they can't handle the ones that's on earth. 2 police officers have walked through a group of 20 niggas, and they're gonna part with like the Red Sea. Yeah. All 20 would have guns and straps, ready to kill me and you. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm saying 2. 1 police officer will make all 20 scatter, bro. And if they do decide to get the spirit on them to go fight them, they are still going to lose. All right, because of the communications that the cops got, they vests, and you know they can't handle something like that. You know they can't handle nothing that come from up there, man. And a lot of those weapons that come from up there is going to be to murder people in mass numbers. And the times that it do come out, just for a person here or there, it's going to be for what they call a high value target. Elders, apostles, even a young brother. All right, you got it out.
Yep. And the brother read that Luke 12:49. Speaking about the fire, what if he already be killing? Shit is on fire everywhere right now. This man's going out everywhere. Yes. All right. Yes, it's hot enough to start a wildfire, but the Bible says we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. He's been caught on camera using that direct energy weapon. Go ahead, brother.
Revelation 63. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. And that went out another horse that was red.
Yeah, and that's talking about Esau Edom. Get it in Genesis 25. Go ahead, brother.
This is Genesis chapter, you want 25 or 27 with a blessing there?
27.
Yeah.
All right, this is Genesis 27, and I'm going to get straight to the point, verse 40. It says, and by the sword thou shalt live.
Right, and he's living by that sword to the fullest extent right now. Like the brother went into. That Duke direct energy weapon. Man, Esau got some stuff that we've been seeing in the movies since the 60s, man. And thinking like, dang, man, they had that back then. Right. So he's really gonna use that sword in these times. That's why the scriptures tell you, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. Woe means destruction, man. We know this man's agenda is to ultimately charagma man, woman, and child, man. That's his ultimate plan. And to see that coming to fruition, Esau's gonna go as bad behind that as we're going as bad behind trying to see the Lord turn up, man. So you got to think about the mindset of your enemy in this war, man. When you're in war, you're not thinking about, man, what do you got going on? Bullets flying over our head, man.
Yeah, it's bigger than that, bro. Hey, what the brother's going to, we read. That's Genesis 25. That's Esau and Jacob in the womb. That's what's going on right now. With two mountains about to meet. It's the elite on the left-hand side, Amalek, beginning with Amalek, versus the elect. Okay? They're about to meet. They're meeting right now.
That's right.
All right? It's a battle that's going on. Read that, bro. Read, please, bro.
Speaking the same language.
That's right, bro. Yep.
And the same language is dominion. They want the dominion, we gonna take it from them.
Yes.
All right?
Take the kingdom.
They went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him.
And power was what?
Given to him.
Was given unto him, man. All right? For that little season, we're at the when in the hourglass, when those last little trickles of sand are winding down, man. That's where we're at in society, man. Esau Edom is being pulled up, like the brother brought out in Jeremiah, the first chapter, man. He's being pulled up. Guess what? Guess who's being planted, though? The house of David, man. We're being planted. You got to believe that, man. Forget what you look like, what the society perceives you as, man. Think about what the words that we're speaking. Is it true or not? Think about that. Yes, the words that we're speaking is true. Yes. So what, we're getting the bad end of the deal in this society right now. We got faith that this is going to come to pass. And guess what it is? We see it happening before our very eyes, man. This is a living book. Esau goes into his constitution and says the Constitution is a living book. Why? Because it could be amended. It's subject to change. But this is the real life living book, man, according to prophecy, man.
And it changes not.
That's right.
All right? And power was given him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given to him a great sword.
That's right. Hey, and if you get that word sword, one of you brothers can get that word sword in the blue letter. It goes into, well, as we know, Esau has many different versions of the sword. Chemical, pestilence, GMOs, philosophies. But when you go into that sword right there, it also extends it and it says Esau has the judicial punishment sword. And that's what we see lingering behind us, which is not going to linger for too much longer, man. All right?
So the Lord has raised him up to judge all of the inhabitants of the earth, including himself.
That's right.
All right? The Lord say the wicked, which is my sword. Oh, it say, and it's also written in Isaiah the 10th chapter. He say,
Assyrian.
Assyrian. All right?
Mine anger.
All right? So the so-called white man is raised up to judge you niggas, man. You so-called Native Americans. You so-called you people of Hispanic descent. All right? He's coming to a bodega near you, a reservation near you, a hood near you, kicking your door, deal with your woman any kind of way, slay you, deal with your children any kind of way. All right? And he's going to do it by the sword. You got it, brother.
Go ahead and bring this out for him.
And unrighteous decrees.
Yes, Isaiah
all right?
10 and
he's
1.
going to do it according to the legislation he's passed. You got it, brother.
This is Psalms chapter 75, verse 6. For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red.
75 and 6.
Psalm 75 and 6. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south, but Yahweh is the judge. He put it down one and set it up another.
And that's what you see happening right now, a transition of power. It's a promotion going on and a demotion. The children of Israel, the elect, we're being promoted. Esau and these other nations, they're being demoted, man, and brought into slavery. Pertaining to Deuteronomy, it's the 7th chapter. It says, I will put these curses upon thy enemies.
30 and 7.
30 and 7.
30 and 7. 30 and 7.
The Lord is going to put these curses upon our enemies, man. So the shoe is going to be on the other foot, but it starts with prophecy. And prophecy says, at this point in time, Esau will be yielding that sword, man. And he's doing that in the planet Earth.
Flexing. Hey, like what it is, second of the 6th chapter. When Esau coming out of the womb, Jacob was holding the end of that of that hill. That's that Achilles. Jacob plays sports. Notice that's your lateral movement. You can't do nothing with the feet being cut off. That's a wrap. Going to what it is, the second chapter. It's that rock hitting that feet, breaking him all the way down. Esau will pull him down,
pulling him out of power.
It's that's it. 2 Thessalonians. Hold on. What we got? 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. Say we're gonna destroy Esau with this word, and the Lord Yahweh Shai gonna do it with the brightness of his coming, nuclear fire and the chariots. Read what you got, brother.
Keep going. Come on, you.
Psalms, just to 8. All right. Psalms 75 and verse 8. For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poured out of the same with the dregs thereof. All the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them.
That's right, man. All the wicked of the earth are gonna bring out that indignation. The Lord ultimately is gonna have these other nations drink their cup of indignation down to the dregs. Meaning in what? In its totality, man. Likening that onto what? Those nuclear missiles, that thermonuclear heat, man.
Yeah.
That's totally gonna devour you and destroy you. All right. Like the Lord says, Babylon had been a golden cup in my hand. So the Lord is deceiving these other nations to ultimately get them to the point to where he can square them off and hit them with that death blow, man. Because the Lord is not going to lift up any instrument of war or sword, so he's not going to meet you as a man, Esau, either with your wizardry, your technology, your left-handed sorcery. The Lord is going to meet you with sure prophecy, man. That pure majesty of the host of heavens, man. On the right-hand side of the Father. Go ahead, Go ahead, bro. You have one, brother? Go ahead.
Ezekiel 21 and 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say, a sword is sharp and also fervent.
That's right, man. And that's likened on to what? These prophecies coming to pass. The Lord is sharpening that sword ultimately to get to a certain point to where it's ready to cut that old serpent's head off, man. All right, the EU and the NATO, as the scriptures speak of it, as that old serpent. And when you got a snake that's grown from the garden, ultimately, which was that spirit of Esau and the spirit of the serpent, up until now, the EU and the NATO, all right, that whore that sits upon many waters, American and European allies, what's got to be done at this point in time? The head has to be severed. The Lord is sharpening.
He metamorphed from a simple serpent to a great red dragon.
Yes.
All right, over the eons. All right, so he's the greatest power on the planet Earth right now, and our great king is going to come back and cut him asunder.
Yes.
Going to cut off all those heads. You got it, brother.
All right. It is
Hey,
sharp.
hold on, right? And ultimately, you know, the sword is being sharpened with the men of the law, with the scriptures. And that alludes to Esau getting that sword ready for you fucking 2/3. All right? That's what's fuck. That's what's fuck. It's already prepared. We just need the right crisis to take place for it to be implemented. And you will witness mass death throughout all of America. All right? There's more on that.
Yes, more. Yes, about to reiterate. You said mass death.
Yes.
Let's see what the scripture.
Hold on. Let me get this quick precept. You say he did about who? His prophets, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
cutting them down spiritually first. This is Hosea 6 and 5. Therefore I have hewed them by the prophets. Therefore have I hewed them by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth. And thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth.
Right.
Okay?
When you heal something, what you do to it?
Cut it down.
Man.
Cut it asunder.
That's right, man. The Lord has sent us out here. That's why I was mentioning this to the brothers. We're all a pivotal piece of prophecy, man. Taking this place down. But it starts with these different churches. The Lord set up, he tells you in Ezekiel 11 and 16, across the four corners, I'll have my little sanctuaries.
Yeah.
But those little sanctuaries, they're operating in the will of the Lord with that same spirit, man. That same mindset to get out of this place. Prophesy unto the end. You got it, brother.
And like Revelation 18 say Babylon has fallen. Babylon has fallen. Who is out here prophesying the fall of Babylon? Yahweh Shemel servants. So that's why he say he put a sword in our mouth. Okay? All these things that we're prophesying, according to the Yahweh Shemel spirit, are going to come to pass. So we tearing this bitch down, bro.
No, that's hey, somebody get Isaiah 13 chapter. Isaiah 13 and 1 real quick.
Isaiah 13 and 1.
Yeah, back at what Yaquan just said. Yep. Tearing this bitch down.
Isaiah 13 and 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see.
Amos.
I'm wise.
That's right, bro. Go ahead, Doc.
Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
That's right, bro. We lifting up the banner, which is the Holy Scriptures, over all Esau's whole infrastructure. Okay? All this laws and philosophies and everything like this, lifting up the Bible. Okay? Through the word, out here on the highways and byways. Come on.
Exalt the voice unto them.
Yeah.
Shake the hand.
Yeah.
That they may go into the gates of the noble.
We're doing that right now out here on the highways and byways, coming against Esau's agenda. This new world order. Okay? This is insurrection, what we're doing. He's saying one thing, we're saying another. So two mountains about to meet. Two kings can't sit on a throne. Somebody has to go down, somebody has to come up. All right? We're on the come up right now. And through what the brothers read right now is going to cause him to come against us and apprehend us. Okay? Take us into custody.
Yes, detain us.
Detain us. Like the brother was reiterating earlier, this 19th judicial district system, this courthouse behind us right now. Yes. Brothers, as you're looking at right now, we'll be inside of these courthouses. Okay?
Oh, they got something big and better.
Yeah, they got something, yeah, that's
it's
right.
gonna be like on the federal level or
They're going to take us
federal.
high.
See, that's state.
That's right.
That's for the regular niggas.
Yes.
You heard me? That
Yeah,
ain't for the
Doc.
men.
Yeah.
That ain't for the men of the Lord.
And the Bible even has it that some of us could be going to the president himself.
Is that governors, huh?
Yes.
Hey.
But notice what it says for my name's sake. You're
Yeah.
not just going up there to just be like, hey man, look, I'm going fed. Like Jake like to say, man, I'm going federal, man. No, man. This is a testimony for Yahushua, man. This is written in the book. You might have to go through this. But the point now is to get built up to where if you have to go through it, it's like nothing to you. Oh, death, where's thy state? The spirit of Stephen the martyr, man. All right? The Lord is going to have something miraculous happen because you're not just going to go out regular. The Lord said, precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of my saints. You think the Lord just going to let you get flexed out, man?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
one of these niggas out here,
Like
man?
they said on James, oh,
Yeah.
that's too good for them. Like that 19th edition, they're going to be like, that's too good for us. And they're going to be in the spirit of, we're going to whoop those prophets to death. You heard me? Revelation 12 and 12.
Yep. Real quick, it's 16 and 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord.
Thou will die.
That's right. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahushua is your guide. You ain't got nothing to be afraid of. Right? You see them fucking the federalists, okay, and them all black cars pull up in front of your crib. Hey, you come with us like they did what they did Frank Lucas on American Gangster. He was coming out of the church house. Esau would just stand on that car. Like, yeah, you gotta come see me, man. Don't be afraid. Don't get shackled. Yahushua said it, what did they Luke 19 said, look, don't think no thought to what to say. They'll be like, oh man, let me think what precept to say in front of these devils right now. You ain't got to worry about all that, man.
Real quick, guys.
Go ahead, bro.
Proverbs 16 and 1. The preparations of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord Yahweh.
Right, bro. The Lord will put his spirit upon us, man. All right? You ain't got to worry about nothing, man. Don't meditate upon nothing. It's going to flow. Okay? It's like sometimes you may be talking to an individual or a female, be like, damn, I didn't even know I could say something like that, man. It just comes out of nowhere like that.
Natural.
It's the spirit of the Lord dwells within you. You got to trust and believe in it. All right? I know you're holding something by y'all. Go ahead, bro.
Psalm 37 and 1, a psalm of Dawadat. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. So it don't matter if these devils get you and take you to a concentration camp. That scripture has to be fulfilled. All right? We know their end. All right? We know what's going to befall them at the end. All right? So when you're going through the prophecy, you're going through the dire straits, some of us gonna probably have to give up the ultimate sacrifice. All right? But guess what? No matter what happens, that devil going down, man.
That's right.
That's why you don't fret about it. When you see him spreading himself like a Green Bay tree, flaunting his power and shit, don't envy him. All right? Envy not the oppressor or choose none of his ways, because we know they're in. What it is, Psalm 7 and 3, we know they're in. So it's better. It goes well with those that fear the Lord, man. You got it, brother. Fear Yahweh, don't fear man.
Right.
I got some more.
Finish yours out and then go ahead. Okay.
All right, verse 10. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter.
So it's slaughter. And that's what you're going to see in America. we're uncovering a lot of this, exposing this place before the ultimate desolation of this place, man. We're spiritually making it desolate before America is physically taken down, man. What that word implode goes into, all right? Exploding from the inside, basically. That's what's happening in here in America and across the four corners, man. The earth is on fire right now, man.
Yes. Hey, that's what happened in ancient Rome. Ancient Rome imploded from the inside. You had all those emperors.
They went to war.
Yeah, they went to war. You had the western front, the eastern front, going against one another. All right. You had the army scattered thin, fighting on all fronts, scattered thin.
The first triumphant went to war.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Bro. Yep. The first triumphant went to war.
Yeah. So the same things happen in America. The banking system's crashing. It's just Rome all over again. The army is scattered to the point where they're going to have to bring in a draft. Okay?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Hey. The dragon's wound that was healed, he's about to be cut asunder this time and never to rise again. America is about to be destroyed.
Yep. That's right. Remember, we keep reiterating. Okay, I brought it out earlier about Babylon is falling. Speaking of America will fall. Ancient Rome, technically, okay, didn't fall. It was wounded. All right? That's right. That was I think it was in 476 AD with what it was Odysseus. Okay? He was the Roman emperor at that time. He failed. All right? This place right now, okay, will be destroyed from the inside out. The Lord is doing it economically. Economically will lead to wars on the street. That's right. The Bible says what terror should make them afraid on all sides, man. Lord bring it in, bam, 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 death. This man gonna be in shambles like, oh shit, okay? I see my empire slipping away from my hands. And he's gonna run underground for shelter, try to duck your house while your house shut. That's what Jeremiah 16:16 comes into place. We're gonna hunt them. We're doing the first part right now by fishing for the whole fillet. Fishers turn into hunters. Right. Okay? Nobody like to go into that. All right?
Okay, you done?
It is purpose that it may glitter. Should we then make mercy? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree.
Yeah. Should we then make mercy, knowing what the Lord is going to do to this place? And it tells you the book of Ecclesiastes, it's better to go into the house of mourning than into the house of feasting. So if you know the conclusion of the matter, that the Lord is going to make this place wholly desolate, what type of mindset should you be in? A serious one or a playful one? Or like
serious.
Yeah.
Serious.
It say the first death, what it said about Noah, he was moved with fear.
Yeah.
And started building that ark. That was him preparing himself. All right? That's what we're supposed to be doing right now. We're moved with fear. We know that lake of fire is coming. All right? And we're supposed to do what Noah did in the ancient world. He was forewarned what was going to happen. We were forewarned. And we ought to be, like the brother saying, a warlike mindset.
And he has given it to be furnished that it may be handled.
People around here riding on whatever the fuck that is right there. Trying to do a bullshit ass second line like they out there in New Orleans, okay? On bikes, okay, having drinks and everything like this. The Bible says what? Isaiah 24. All joy is dark, okay? Especially you fucking women, man. All right?
Especially you fucking nigga
women. Yes, specifically.
She that is my enemy shall see it, man.
That's right.
And it is furnished to give it into the hand of the slayer.
When the Lord said it's furnished, that means it's ready. It's ready. It's been prepared to the point to where everything is going to go perfectly as planned, man.
That's right. And when it's going to give it into the hand of the slayer, it's going into this goddamn red devil, man. And he's going to come down with holy fucking hell, and he's zeroed in on the nation of Yasharala, especially the men of the Lord.
He's done what? He's did what? So therefore, we must zero in on our goal. In the time of the Maccabees, the word Maccabees goes into what? Hammer, right? Those men had that mindset of, man, if we go to that, it should be a glorious thing.
Stop
Guess
now.
what? That's the mindset we're going to take on to the last 6 time. Not carnally, but spiritually, man. We got to build each other up, man. It starts with us. You got it, brother. And then you got it.
This is Romans chapter 13, verse 4. It says, "For he is the minister of the Most High to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid. For he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil."
Yeah. Man, beautiful, brother.
Hey, man. He that let it will let until he be taken out of the way. The Lord says, you know what? Nebuchadnezzar, my servant, I'll let him do my task until I'm going to move him on my chessboard. And guess who I'm going to move to the front line for promotion? The nation of Israel. That's how the Lord is directing it all.
Yeah.
You got it, brother.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm going to show Nebuchadnezzar some favor. I'll put what it is, Isaiah 45 and 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to show him some favor. I'll put my spirit upon him for the performance task. Like the brother was going to earlier, Isaiah 10 and 5. Through the Assyrians. Okay? 722 BC, taking the northern kingdom into captivity. What's the northern kingdom ass? The same thing is coming right now today. All right? Esau has that sword that goes into all shapes, sizes, and forms.
He bear not in vain.
Yeah, you see a lot of jakes right now who are athletes who are dying at an alarming rate from taking that sword, which is the javelin. Yeah, you know what it is. I'm careful with it.
Taking that sword, that's
right,
heavy, brother.
Yep.
They took that sword, man. You got it, brother.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Go ahead, brother.
All right, Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right, and that's ultimately how America got its rank and power by rape, rob, and murder, right? False treaties, broke over 500-something treaties with the so-called Native Americans, brought you so-called Negroes into slavery and cargo slave ships packed like sardines, mocked you, named the slave ship Sweet Baby Jesus,
Yep.
White Jesus,
The good
right?
ship Jesus.
Put you out here on auction boards, sell you, all right? Castrate you, butt break you, you name it, man. But when we come out and tell you that this devil is going to be hauled into justice as a fugitive, we're wrong. Come on, man. We're telling you this man, like the brother brought out in Romans, he beareth not the sword in vain, man. He has many swords, chemical swords.
Yes,
what you're eating in your food.
Yes.
You're consuming a sword. Defiled bread, man. Me and those brothers was going into that movie, They Clone Tyrone. Y'all brothers go watch it. They Clone Tyrone, man. This movie about ultimately step into the mindset of this psychopath, this parasitic devil, Esau Edom, man. What he truly thinks about our people. Like the scriptures tell you,
Go to the mind of a maniac.
is that in the book of Psalms where it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, man.
Right, brother. Oh, Psalm 17, huh?
The workers of iniquity,
Yep.
who wet their sworn, this
With like a sword. With the mouth like a sword.
and shoot at the upright or the just or the
Yep.
perfect, roughly paraphrasing.
We
See, we trying to live to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but we don't want to have to brush our teeth and there's pork in it. We want to brush our teeth and be regular. Esau Edom, he's coming at us on all angles. So guess what? We got to cover all bases on our end. That's what the Lord wants us to do. Like he is. We got to be on point like Esau is, man, on the right-hand side. Go ahead, brother.
All right, yeah. This is 1 Samuel 2 and 3. Talk no more so exceedingly proudly. Let not arrogancy come out of your mouth. For Yahweh is the power of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. The bows of the mighty men are broken, and they that stumble are girded with strength.
Yes.
And who are the ones that stumble? All right? Us. We're the ones that fail. Now the Lord has given us, brought us out of this dark and perverse world into his marvelous light, and he shined his light upon us. Now we're strengthened. We got that power from on high. And the high lofty one, what's going on now? He's getting broken down.
That's right.
All right? He's being dethroned, demoted, as the brother would say. A beautiful paradigm shift is coming on in the planet Earth.
Yes.
All right, what we're doing right now, you couldn't do this in the 1940s,
That's right.
the 1950s, the 1930s. We'll be hanging from one of these motherfucking trees. So that show you the Lord is giving us what? Our power back. All right, he's teaching us how to be ruling. He's giving us a ruling class mentality back. teaching us how to be kingly, priestly, all right, and order things right. And these high and lofty ones, man, we out here prophesying on your ass. It's your ass, Mr. Postman. Right. We out here tearing down all your lies, all right? Tearing down the strongholds, overturning the stumbling blocks, and pushing the truth of the scriptures. And that's what's tearing your kingdom down. That's why you flagging brothers' video. You ain't flagging them niggas' videos that all they do is talk about killing, genocide. You flagging the men of the Lord's videos. Why? Because it's busting your ass up. You got it, brother.
I got a piece.
We're killing their asses, man.
You got a quick one?
Yeah,
It's real quick.
It's Joel 3:19. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem from generation to generation. So at the end of the day, Esau is going to be what he wanted us to be: extinct, dead, under subjection for 1,000 years. And what's going to happen to Judah? What's going to happen to the 12 tribes? They're going to be placed back into the power that they were originally meant to sit in, man. That power seat, man. Back to the garden. Go ahead,
All right. Luke 10 and verse 18. And it reads, and he said,
15.
all right, and verse 15, and thou, Capernaum, which art exalted to heaven, shall be thrust down to hell.
Come on, that's what the Lord is going to do here in America. Our great king was prophesying to everybody that rejected his word. So everybody here in America is rejecting his word, and the hell you're going to be bowed down to is slavery, captivity, and the lake of fire. Bring it out.
He that heareth you, heareth me.
He that heareth the prophets, heareth Yahweh Shem Shai. Bring it out.
And he that despises you, despises me.
All right, so when you despise the men of the Lord, you despising the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his son. And Hebrews 10 say, those that count the testimony of Yahweh Shai as an unclean thing, all you have to wait for is wrath and indignation. Bring it out, roughly paraphrase.
And he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me.
Come on.
And the 70 returned again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subjected unto us through thy name.
All right, and we out here pushing his word, and what these devils are doing, they going crazy. That's right. They're changing laws. They're adding amendments to their laws.
Oh, man, yeah.
They're taking away your so-called free speech. What is that, First Amendment? All right, we back. All right. Yeah, but Salakia for the technical difficulties. But yeah, man, your First Amendment rights is getting taken away, not because America wants to change laws, it's because the prophets are out here telling the truth. All right, and the peoples of the earth, what are they doing? You got people taking heed. You got people revolting against the government. You know, you got the nation of Israel. The real reason the nation of Israel is awakening. All right? And they hate that. They spent trillions of dollars for us not to get this information that we have.
Niggas have figured it out.
Figured
Niggas have figured it out.
Yeah.
Right. That's right.
I got
kill them.
You gotta take them out.
Hey, Baxter, you have to kill them. You got to go get them.
Going back to Revelation 11 chapter, we stood at the great fear fell upon them when they saw them. All right? Esau's shaking in his boots right now. And the more we say
the English say they ready to take off the white gloves.
Yeah.
That means get busy. You got it, brother.
Yeah, I think what it was, YouTube. I'm looking at the article right now. YouTube been taking down videos of people who've been bringing out quote unquote medical misinformation, speaking on what it was, cancer, some shit like that.
Yeah.
You can't
Possible cures.
Yeah, possible cures for it. All right. So they gonna sooner or later they gonna shut it all. They ain't talk about nothing. Nothing, huh? They gonna shut it all the way down. Right. They gonna come after us. And what the Lord said, Yahweh said, ye shall be hated of all men.
Yes. shall make a man an offender for a word, man.
People gonna come in like, nigga, y'all, we don't have no YouTube, no social media because of y'all niggas. Yeah. That's what they gonna say.
Anything with the with the word offender at the end of it, man, is not good in this society.
Yeah.
First offender, second offender, sex offender.
God,
God, bro.
Right.
He say he already got it on there. All right, go ahead, buddy.
All right, and it says, verse 18, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven.
Right.
That's it. That's
right.
Go ahead.
And that's going into how quickly ultimately Esau is going to be taken out. Isaiah the 14th chapter says, is this the man that opened not the house of his prisoners? So Satan is going to ultimately fall from lightning, meaning fall as lightning, meaning what? Be taken out of rulership, man. Be taken out of power, man.
Quickly.
You know, America will be destroyed in
in 1 hour.
1 hour, man.
The third woke coming quickly.
Right. Yes. Revelation 8 chapter. It's a 30-minute span for them missiles to get over here.
Yes.
And they come in pretty much faster than that. They have something called hypersonic. It goes a certain speed, faster than it's the speed of sound. Mach. 5 to 7. Yeah. What do you say? Mach. That's right. Mach.
You said what? 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
This is 2 Ezra 16 and 13. Okay. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Right, bro. That's what we're talking about. Babylon the Great. America is at the uttermost part of the earth. They call in ancient time the New World. Okay. Yes, we over here. Okay. The North Port also, and they said it in the scripture also. They're going to be shot, according to Revelation 17 and 16, from all nations in the European Union. Okay, 200 million. The Lord's going to overkill this fucking place. The brother just read it. It said it shall not miss. The Lord the Lord is perfect in everything He does, because His Spirit is literally inside of those ICBM missiles. Okay, thus saith the Bible. All right, everybody got something to say. I got something too. You got any more?
No, that's it on the last one.
No, Doc, go ahead, brother.
This Psalms 64 and 3. Who wet their tongue like a sword.
Read up some, brother. Restart from 1.
Come on. Psalm 64 and 1. A psalm of David. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer.
Right, and that's the hopeful, earnest prayer of the hopeful elect. Aren't we bidding in to be of that house of David? So we're synonymously, by coming out and doing this job, we're calling out to the Lord like, hey, Lord, recognize me. Consider my works that I'm doing in your name, Lord. And the Lord said He's not unrighteous to forget the works that we do. Go ahead, brother.
Preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
Right, the captive hated that he may be loose, that he should not die in this pit, or that his bread shall not fail, man. We don't want our bread to fail. We don't want to ultimately have a dishonorable lot, man. We want to say that we gave it all for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, for His ministry. When it's all said and done, even if we become martyrs for this thing, we want to look at Yahushua and say, Lord, I did all you required me to do. The task you set out for me, whether it had been insignificant to the world, guess what? It was great and mighty in your eyes, Lord. That's the spirit that we're in these times, man. Desperate times calls for desperate measures, all right? Spiritual times call for spiritual measures. We got to gear up, man. I worked for an Edomite judge. He told me, man, you got to gear up. You know what? It pissed me off so bad, I had to go in my place where I work at and just take a moment.
Hey, the battery pack on it out?
Like these Edomites being in rulership, but guess what? Patience and the faith of the saints, man. You got it, man. Yeah. Right, bro. We patiently wait.
Hey, when you say gearing up, what it is, 2 Ezra 16 and 4, it says, be ready as pilgrim and make you ready to the battle. All right? Lord is getting His house in order to make you ready for the battle. This man gonna come with all kind of shit. He gonna put out all the stops, the whole repertoire. Anything can go wrong, will go wrong. Okay? Watch the fucking movie Code 8. Okay? Drones coming over, all right? Military troops dropping out of drones right in front of your fucking face, murdering you on spot. Yeah. That's coming. Okay? Let me read this real quick, guys.
Go ahead, I'll keep reading.
Go ahead.
Come. Psalm 64:2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Verse 3. Who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows.
Right.
Even bitter words.
Even bitter words.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
The Lord's hopeful elect. Go ahead.
Suddenly do they shoot at him.
Suddenly, in a moment. All right. He's going to come down. All hell is going to break loose in this society. The Lord ultimately is prime in this place. But you got to think about the route Esau is taking. He's thinking that he's actually going to charagma everyone up, man, and have full control over society. So the Lord is leading him up so he could blindside him, man. And we're a part of that blindside, taking this place by surprise. We're all doing it not only on these highways and byways, but in our individual lives, man. We're going to upset this place, man. Be their own underdog, man, to the society. All right? You got some more, brother? But like the brother said, those of you that took that sword, what does Esau do in these labs? He goes and he uses his blessing. He uses his sword to what? Ultimately shoot at you privilege. Put things in your food, defile the bread. Put things in the
water, forever chemicals.
Water as well. What's the other one?
Fluoride.
The juice, man.
Yeah.
And when we still say that?
And look what HIV.
Of course, yes.
And what the brother read, he read a sword. He said verbiage. Verbiage. Okay. That it made glitter. Okay. Esau has perfected this thing in any way you can name it. Okay. There's more to come. You got something that's being in the news right now saying forever chemicals in the tap water that you're getting out of your faucet.
Millions.
What's it?
You say millions.
Millions. Trouble on all sides. So Jacob literally has a lower level of spiritual power right now, not to be affected by it. Because what you put on your skin goes into your bloodstream. All right? Coming out of them, they got something called what it is. You put over your shower head.
Yep.
The filters and everything.
Yep,
like
they
this.
got the filters.
Who knows if that shit even working or not, man?
God,
Right, go ahead, bro.
I don't know what you're saying, going into the pollution. Bro, I came across an article last week, and I was just reading. I didn't know this, bro. 1 gallon of fucking oil, 1 gallon of oil, when it's poured into the waterways, has the potential to pollute 1 million gallons of 1 gallon of oil has the potential to pollute 1 million gallons of water, bro. And just imagine how much of that oil has leaked out of those
chemical
oil rigs,
plants,
those organs or whatnot.
God,
1 gallon.
Wow.
So what is 100,000 gallons gonna do? Come on, man, and that's why Esau has that 1,000-year bid. He gotta clean this shit up, bro. And like the brother said, we're being protected because it's not having an immediate effect on us, man.
Right.
Lord know what he's doing.
If I can add, Jake be forgetting about how all those barges had filled in the water and leading on down to the Mississippi River.
Yeah.
Jake also forgetting about how all the food processing plants have blown up. You know, forgetting about all of that because he get rocked back to sleep with
Like with everything going on in the world right now,
Circus
bro.
and bread.
Yep, circus and bread.
Hey, I'm gonna read that verse in the NLT.
Damn, man.
It's charged.
Yeah, it can't be charged. It is. I just looked at it. It is charging. So it's not holding for some reason.
I got one too.
Hey, turn your brightness down.
We need that.
Another card?
Oh, and like I wanted to say that liquid HIV, that's just another one of Tuskegee symptoms experience. You know?
Perfected.
I wonder why it's not holding the power.
Yeah.
All he needs to collect that.
Hey, he uses that data.
Hey, matter of fact, back to Brother Punter, read 2 again, huh?
It's Psalm 64:2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, we know that's Esau Edom, but this is what it reads in the NLT. Psalm 64:2. Hide me from the plots of this evil mob, from this gang of wrongdoers, man. And that's the nation of Edom, man. You could liken the nation of Edom, chiefly Amalek, unto a gang, man, a mob, all right, of sorcerers, drug dealers, all right. Go ahead, brother.
I got a piece.
I'm gonna get that box.
This is Psalms chapter 37, verse 14. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation. You know, so the wicked being Esau, Edom, like it said, have drawn out the sword and bent the bow. And as the brothers were going into throughout this lesson, the sword doesn't just mean Esau's military; it also goes into his it goes into his pharmaceutical industry, his judicial, his court system, okay, his decrees, his philosophies, his pseudo science, okay, all the slave that are of upright conversation, all right, and to cast down the poor and needy, all right, and that's the nation of Israel, but mainly the elect or the remnant of the nation of Israel, because what does it say in Revelation 12 and 17 about that dragon? Yeah. Okay, he's coming with wrath after the remnant. Yeah, right, bro. Those that keep the commandments and have the testimony of Yahushua. So we that are of the hopeful elect, the remnant, okay, when Esau comes down with great wrath, you best believe he's going to come down with great wrath, mainly against us, because we have the testimony to what the trump is as. Yeah. The trump is accusation.
In that same chapter, it's about the earth have opened up her mouth and swallowed up that flood.
Yeah, that's the earth is going into what ultimately the history, because we filter in the prophecy with secular history. It tells us when Esau Edom was in power, when he wasn't in power, when he went out of power, when he came back into power for a little season, which is right now in these times. All right, history tells us that swallows up ultimately the flood of lies that Esau Edom puts out there, man. Starting with the name of the Lord, the Lashawan Kodash, the Paleo Hebrew, man. The Lord's name and the Son's name is in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, man. The Lashawan Kodash. And it's true Hebrew names in which you can only be saved by. Esau Edom doesn't teach that. He teaches what? The flood of lies, man.
I got a precept. I got a precept
too. Go ahead, tonight.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. It's where I start at 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time."
Appointed means a selected. Just right when the Lord says it's going to go down, not a minute earlier, not a minute late, man. It's going to happen at that exact same time. And although we know not the times, what do we know? The season. We know, hey, man, walk outside my house, man. It's a little chilly. I'm going to go grab a jacket. It's looking like it's finna get a little nippy out here, man.
Hold that thought, huh?
What times we in right now? Man, it's hot out here. You know what? Let me go get me some rivers of living water. Let me quench myself, man. Let me drink of these waters, man.
And real quick, God, backing you up, it's Matthew 24 and 32. Now learn a parable of the fig tree.
Right.
When its branch is yet tender and putting forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh.
Right.
Right, bro. It's the minute of the Lord, okay. Getting built up, seeing the sign that's happening in the earth, okay. Brothers coming in, more people coming in, okay. Greater trucks coming in. We know that summer is nigh. All right, and ultimately, literally, summer it's hot as fuck outside, man. This is definitely end times heat right here. Okay, we know that Yahweh shines on this earth. It's like it's on its way. All right, it's never been a time, okay, unlike it is right now. Even NASA himself was being deceived in the Hebrew. Said last month was the hottest month on record throughout all the course of history. Okay. Got a big fucking storm of a hurricane coming out there toward California right now. That's never fucking happened before, man. Okay?
Unprecedented.
Unprecedented. All right? And there's more to come. All right?
Lots more.
Louisiana's on high alert. All right? For something like that to happen. All right? We may be in Houston. We may be in Atlanta. We may be in Dallas. Bringing it out with them brothers right now.
Pilgrims.
All right? Yeah. All right? Who else? Who has some
I still have something on left on
Go ahead, brother.
And it reads back in Habakkuk 2 and 3, it says, "But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry."
Oh, yeah. That's these prophecies. My brother had brought it out how they basically not slack. They coming right after the prophecy. Right after the prophecy. Right after the prophecy.
Wave after wave.
Wave after wave. And they even put it on the news to where 1 week they'll be like, man, it's going to be record heat this week. Then the next week they say it's going to be topping the last week. And then it's topping the last week. And getting hotter and hotter. It's leading up to something.
That's it, something big, brother. See, that's how Esau wants to be the most high on the left-hand side. Because the UN, deemed this year, okay, the year 2023, as Apostle Hart deemed them, all prophecies being fulfilled. The UN said, well, this is the year of the pilot crisis. Yeah. It means shit's going to be happening back to back to back to back. All right?
You say Esau trying to be act like who?
The most high.
Hold it, let me get it.
Please, brother.
Hey, let me get this. The pilot crisis and the calamity. This Psalms 91:5. Thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night. All right, terror coming to this motherfucker.
Right.
All right, nor the arrow that fly by day. Yep. All right, this is a war time. The end of time is going to be ushered in through war, calamities, atrocities, hell. But hey, what did Esau got this saying? Esau got a saying that war is hell. Okay. All right. Nor the pestilence that walk in darkness, nor the destruction that wasteth at noonday. It's talking about the missiles.
Right.
All right. This the point. 1,000 shall fall at thy side one day, 1,000,000 will fall at one side, and then 10,000 at thy right hand. The next day, a calamity happened with 10 million that happened. But none shall come nigh thee. See, the Lord is going to cover his servants. But when these calamities come, they're going to come in waves, and they're going to get worse and worse and worse, like a woman in travail.
That's how the birth pains get. Right? They get worse because what they say, the centimeters. Yes. How many centimeters close?
Contractions.
Closer and closer.
You been in there when that woman having a baby?
Yes.
They put that thing on her stomach, and you can hear the waves. Whoop, 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 whoop. You heard it?
Yeah. What that woman do?
You heard it right out? Whoop, whoop,
Yeah, I heard it.
whoop, whoop. It's going to get louder and louder,
Yeah.
more intense and intense.
Yeah.
The more time passes, the whoop, 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 that sound
Get closer
get
together.
closer and closer and closer and closer.
Distraction.
She started freaking out.
I got it. Second Ezra 16 and 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son.
Right, and that's the spirit that came out again, because we're harping on today, man. We're hearkening on today that the Lord is ultimately going to come and take this place like a thief. But the scriptures tell you, ye brethren, that day is not going to take you over as a thief, because you're going to know the time. You're going to know when the Lord is about to strike, man. You're going to know when the enemy is going to strike, because you're going to see the enemy going for his, and guess what? You're going to see the Lord coming right behind him to fall that plan, man. And we're on the Lord's side, man. But it's going to come via famine, pestilence, plagues, mass death, FEMA camps, martial law, earthquakes in diverse places, volcanic eruptions, mass pestilence, global warming,
Well,
EMP attacks, man,
Tsunamis.
etc., etc. Go ahead, bro.
That's something that was funny about that Edomite Al Gore. Talking some fucking global warming. And see what Biden to do, because they've already been, insiders already announced that he's gonna institute climate lockdown. They've already said this.
Yes.
So he's a forger of lies. All right. He can do something like he did over there in Maui. Okay, through that direct energy weapon. Okay, which we already seen. Okay, but blame it on climate lockdown. Okay, that's what he does.
Hey, like,
okay, I'm gonna start the shit. I'm gonna run behind the crib. Okay, and look, hey, y'all all right? Everything all right? What the fuck are you instituted? You did it.
Nero.
Everything like you did wrong, ma. That's right.
Burn down the house and come through the back door.
Yeah,
like he's trying to help somebody.
But see, what Nero burnt it, then he came back and reignited it later and blamed it on the Israelites. It's the devil.
And played on the heart.
Right, bro. Bring it on, huh?
What's the saying? Nero saying why Rome burnt.
Yep.
With
Rome 2.0 is about to burn, never to rise again.
Right, bro. Right.
You know how them devils, when clans say the South will rise again.
Yeah.
You know,
from the ashes.
When this bitch is destroyed, all right, though you build, the Lord is going to tear you down.
Right.
Your pride has deceived you. This bitch ain't going to never shake back, man.
Never.
You got it, all right?
With 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Which pains, when the child cometh forward, they slack not a moment.
Right. Meaning what? and not letting up until what? Something is about to happen. All right? And during that process, the woman who used the bathroom on herself, she'll be hollering. She'll damn near look like she's about to give up the ghost. So that shows you, at that point in time, man, we're going to be in that state of mind to where we're relying solely on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Going to work is going to be over. Going to function in this society, that's going to be over. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time. We're relying on these prophecies to come to pass, man. This is our only ticket out of here.
That's right.
Going to work for Esau, Edom, that's not going to get us out of America.
No.
Yahushua said, if my kingdom was of this world, then will my servants fight, man. That I should not be delivered into the hands of the Jews. But guess what? We know Yahushua's kingdom is going to come from the heavens, man.
I saw Jerusalem coming down. It's upon that chariot.
Right, brother.
All right? Like I said, go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra 7:43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time. And we're in the day of doom, but you see the prophets doom. All right? Preaching out of this great book, Lamentations, Mournings, and Woes. All right? We're teaching you what? Ultimately, that roll, it was sweet, but it was also bitter.
Hey, let me say this. Like you say what it says, what the day of doom. Speaking of Nero, Donald Trump reincarnated. He already called us. When he was in office previously, he called us what? The prophets of doom.
Yep.
You see, he was a nice guy then. While he was giving out those stimulus packages and everything like this. This fucking devil gets back in office, and we like Trump. We ain't gonna be over, you know what I'm saying? We'll keep it all the way 100. We like Trump. We hope he gets back in office. Okay? This man gets back in office, you're gonna see the real
draconian
laws. Okay? Nero, guillotine, mass fire, public executions on reality TV. Will be televised. You're gonna see the real. It won't be that sweet side no more. Okay?
He's gonna bring the Coliseum back where you fighting to the death.
Right.
He's gonna do it all.
Yes.
What's the name of that movie? Where they was fighting to the
Gladiator
and the other one. With the bitches on there with the bow and arrows on. Hunger Games. It's about to be Hunger Games around this motherfucker, man.
Real.
People can't fathom. People can't fathom that.
Can't fathom that.
All right, it's gonna be Rome 3.0, full fledged. Guess what else is gonna happen? Pedophilia is gonna become legal too.
They're doing it now. Huh?
Yeah,
they're legalizing it up north and all.
So it's gonna be the Romano-Greco Empire 3.0.
Siege of Masada. Right, bro. Yes.
But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immorality for to come.
Right. Immortality.
Wherein corruption is past. Salakia. I'm gonna read it again. 2nd Ezra 7:43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, which is the kingdom of heaven, wherein corruption is past, and temperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed.
Right, that's your new covenant right there.
That's right.
That's your new covenant right there. Jeremiah 31:31. All right. In the fullness of it right now. All right. Point blank period, bro. No, we're not in the new covenant right now. You got niggas on the comment. What all the dude boy was on the thing begging for money and everything like this? Right? A certain individual was begging for money. We're in Simplest right now. Nigga, if you're in the new covenant right now, you don't need it. What you need money for? All right. Yeah.
I got a precept after y'all, brothers.
All right. You feel that out?
A little bit more says.
Hey, niggas say he in the new covenant, but he was plagued by demons. Demons made him speak presumptuously. Get the fuck out of here.
I got you. It says we can get a few more. We gonna wrap it on up, bro.
It says, then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that had gotten the victory. What is it? Is it Daniel 12? It says, then it shall be purified and made white. Like 12 and 10. Then it shall be purified and made
12
white.
and 10.
And that's us, man. We're in those times of being purified, but the white represents the righteousness of the saints, man. But like the scriptures tell you also in Revelation, let the just be just still, and let the unjust be unjust still. So it's only two things about to happen here: destruction and deliverance. Because the Lord said corruption is past. Infidelity is at an end. The fashion of this world faded away. But guess what that's gonna end up in? The lake of fire, man. That's not gonna exceed out of America, man. We're not gonna be dealing with all these infidelities and temperances, all these different things that deal with the flesh in the kingdom, man. We're gonna have those celestial bodies. Go ahead, God. You got that.
All right. This is Ezekiel 28:6. And this is talking about Esau Edom. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of Yahweh. So because he thinks that he can be like our father, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, let's see what's going to end up happening to him for being in that God complex. We're going to let this pass real quick. And that's what the brother was saying. This fucking world is about to be destroyed. Before it gets destroyed, this place is going to be broken down to its fucking socks. And these guys are riding around partying like we in the kingdom and we ain't got what to do. Like we're not going to be persecuted. And it's nothing for women, bro. It's simple as hell. But the children at home, by themselves, but with a stepdad and some shit touching on them or some shit, man. For real. That's why the Bible called him a fucking ostrich, bro. You forgot the child right there? This is Ezekiel 28:6.
Hey, you nigga women, y'all got a rude awakening coming up on y'all. Y'all got a rude awakening coming up on y'all.
Great humbling is coming.
I agree. Hey, that pride is going to be put aside. It's going to be brought low to the mire of the streets. Like that black gum that be on the ground. Very insignificant.
We're going to step right over you. We ain't no feeling sorry. The scripture speaks about what it is in 2 78 about not lifting up Jeremiah, Isaiah, not lifting up a prayer.
Pray not for these
people.
Hey, the Lord gonna give us the authority, Abaratazai, we to elect men to show mercy to whom we show mercy.
Yes, sir.
And the vast majority of you black women here in America, you get no mercy.
Yeah, the scripture says, I show mercy on who I show mercy. Is there any unrighteousness in Yahweh Shem Yahushai? That's what he said, right? Nope. But he also said, I'm gonna make you and you join hands. So the things that he can do, and join hands goes into having that same power, bro. So yes, according to the scriptures, we are going to be able to do that, man.
I want to make thee a sharp threshing instrument. All right, y'all got the power with teeth. Y'all got to do whatever y'all want. Y'all have y'all fun, whatever y'all want to. It's going to be done in righteousness. Brother, just read it. So like, go ahead, bro.
We're going to laugh at calamities. You got it, bro.
All right, now back to Ezekiel 28, verse 7. And this is what Esau going to get for thinking that he can be like Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which made him to be the wicked that he is. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations. You're gonna have UN troops over here. You already got sleeper cells over here from Iran and Arabia. Yes. Okay. You're gonna have Okay. You're gonna have all of these different nations coming over here to get a piece of this here, man.
Yeah, I'm finna close it out.
All right. And they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. So they're going to come up against America. They're going to come up against America's first line of defense. And they're also going to expose America for being fucking liars, man. Verse 8.
Hold on. That's it.
We're going to get another card.
They shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. Wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am God? But thou shalt be a man and no God in the hand of him that slayeth thee. So the Lord is going to be like, where's your God-like powers? Why can't you defend yourself? Look at you on the ground. Look what you made me do. You down there dying, man. Breathing your last breaths.
Look what you made me do.
You got it out.
Light yourself up.
Y'all see any brother on the other side, y'all?
This is Sirach, chapter 40, verse 8. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners. Verse 9. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine.
And that 7 is going into completion. That's a lot. So you got all these souls on the planet Earth, right? How many people on the planet Earth?
8 billion. 8 billion. 8 billion.
But they're coming back in these times because they're the same souls that dwelled in the Roman captivity, ancient Greek captivity. They're all coming back to this major time on the planet Earth to be judged, man. That final judgment. All right? Just as we are, we're coming back to stand in our lives. Book of Job tells you what? Those skin worms shall devour my flesh, devour my flesh, basically. In my flesh I shall see how about Shem Yahushai. Right. So we're back standing in our lives to ultimately be judged by the Lord. But somebody's got to get found guilty. Somebody's got to get exonerated and walk away free. All right? Ultimately, that's the elect of the house of Israel, man. These other nations, they're going into chains. Go ahead, up.
All right. Sirach 40, verse 9. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood.
There's gonna be a flood of nuclear fire this time. A flood of ICBM missiles. All right, and you're gonna have water. You're gonna have water too. That's in the apocrypha. The sea are rising up with waves from the deep. You're gonna have fucking tsunamis.
Yep. We got hurricanes brewing right now on this place, man. Looming.
It's supposed to touch down in Cali tomorrow, man.
That's what we said.
Hillary.
We said
Unprecedented.
Yes. Unprecedented.
Ooh, a couple months ago, they said, man, instead of having a 5-day window to get notified by these hurricanes, it's going to turn into two days. And you know what that means here for Jake. Jake hearing it with the missiles coming right down on him, man. Then Jake want to react, man. Yep. That's what happened in the time of Katrina. Jake was like, man, I ain't going nowhere.
Yep,
PlayStation.
now they on the roof and shit.
Yeah,
Trying to get down. Trying to get through.
Lord willing, all right, this message is edifying. We're going to turn and face the east and give infinite honor and praises to
Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Hakakas.
Double honor to our teachers, the apostles, and the elders, the great millstone who rule well and teach well. Peace and blessings to you. Akim pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time. Samai, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our power is one Lord. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Next time, Akim, shalom.
Shalom to you brothers on the comment board.